gonna try this again. The goal here today is going to be keep it simple. We're going to go customs. I gotta jump between old gas and new gas and get kills. I should probably just go to new gas and finish new gas and then just be the old gas fucking legend. Just hide out there for a while. The goal is go customs, kill scavs, old gas, and new gas. Should have brought my Tarkov key, but who cares? Old gas, new gas. We gotta find scavs. Perfect. Come on, man. I spread out my stamina bar. See how weird the game's still being?
Пацаны, да он там совсем ёбу дал! Валить надо его!
Goddamn Ruskies!
Motherfucker would, dude. That'll blow up. Glad I seen that. What do I gotta do for more scavs? Do I just gotta go AFK and they come in? Damn. We need 4 scabs to make their way to me. Here we go. Here we go. Does count, right? Yep. I need more.
What the fuck am I doing here?
Good question. We ain't got no loot. We got nothing. That's so lame. Can't search that. Copy that, Ghost Rider. Never mind the ones on Ground Zero. What about them? Gosh dang it, dude. Of course I get pushed by a fucking 4-man. Oh my god. God. Oh, how shitty. I actually didn't need that many more scav kills, you son of a bitches, dude. Fuck. Okay. Well, that's super fucking lame. Anyway. I don't really want to use that just yet. I'll just do this. I wish. That's all I can do. Oh, what the fuck is that? I have one of these. One of these. That's crazy. It's level 5 plate. Do I really want to lose level 5 plate? Level 3 up front? Fuck no. Hell no, Bobby. Golly, dude, that boy would catch me fucking like that. You know what I mean? That's rough. It's rough, boy. I think I'm gonna start just bringing S marches and splints just out of habit. Do that. That'll save me some room. What else could I do here? Okay. We're gonna hop in the raid like that. Oh, I got a slow bleed. I'm just sitting here bleeding out in my own stash. Hmm. That fucking guy in the back, dude, the fucking guy takes my fucking leg out, gives me a heavy bleed, dude. That makes the whole situation so much different. Oh, I couldn't have healed. That's why I need to carry S marches, because if I would have had at least just a S march or a cloak B, I could have just patched the heavy bleed and popped a painkiller. Nope. And like, should I have just? I should have just lobbed a nade over, but I threw the one and only nade I had. I should have threw it over the Connex. But that motherfucker in the back taking my leg out like that fucked me, dude. Boom. He's just crouching, just waiting, a little shotgun in hand, ready to fuck somebody's day. Like literally, him getting them shots off put the heat on that whole situation. Fucking stupid. We probably got a 9 million year fucking queue here, so how about this? Let's put something up.
With Venmo, you can support your favorite artist with a quick payment on the spot. Earn cash back with a...
Boo.
One of the more frustrating things about Tarkov wiping is finding solid weapon builds to use. But don't worry, I've got 3 builds, all from level 1 and 2 traders, that I'm going to be showing you. These builds are cheap and effective, and they have been carrying me through this wipe.
Carry them, boys.
I know you guys have seen this gun. It's all over the place on scavs. What I want you to do is start picking it up and taking it out of raid. The good thing about this Saiga 9 is the fact that it has a bunch of really
he's bringing up a good topic. The attachments on this thing is actually kind of nice. I try to take these when I see them.
Proper level 1, scroll down and you will see that he sells a PP19 for 21,000 rubles. Go ahead and buy that. Now, once we have this PP19, we're going to go ahead and strip everything off of it, and then we're going to go to the Saiga 9 and take all of the parts from it and transfer it over to the PP19. Boom, there we go. We just went from a semi-automatic Saiga 9 to a fully automatic PP19 with a bunch of good attachments. So, we're not going to stop there. We can still do some things to this PP19, all from level 1 traders, to make it even better. We're going to go back to proper level 1, scroll down, and you will see this PP19 dust cover that has a rail on top of it. Go ahead and buy that. And then this is going to be personal preference, but I like the Burris Fast Fire, so we're going to go over to Peacekeeper level 1, We've got the fast fire sight right here, and then we've got the base.
This is nothing revolutionary,
You can use any
unfortunately,
optic that you want. You don't have
team.
to use the fast fire, but I just like the fast fire. Once you've got those parts, we're gonna go back to the PP19, take the dust cover off, put this rail system on, and then we're gonna add our optic. Boom, there we go. We've got a PP19 with some good attachments and optic, and you can also throw a laser or a flashlight combo on as well. So this is going to be our build for level 1 traders, but there's a couple more things that we can do from level 2 traders. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to mechanic level 2, and right here we've got the PP19 suppressor. This is 20,000 rubles. We're going to go ahead and buy that. After that, we're going to head over to skier level 2, and we're going to buy the Balder Pro tactical flashlight for 9,500 rubles. So same thing as before, we're going to go back into the PP19. We're going to take the muzzle device off, put the suppressor on, throw our flashlight on, and boom, there we have it. This is our level 2 setup on the PP19. Now, I'm sure there's a couple of more things that you can do to make this even better, but personally, 60.5 ergo and 36 vertical recoil, this thing is an absolute laser beam. So real quickly, we're gonna go shoot it in the hideout so you guys can see what we're looking like. All right, here we go.
Laser beam, boys. It's a straight up laser beam.
And that was me not pulling down, standing up. Recoil control is pretty good. You guys know the PP19. You know it's good. I just wanted to show you. Again, a little bit of a self-plug here. If you guys need to use a shooting range and you don't have it yourself, feel free to add me in-game. Here's my username, so go ahead and add me, and you guys can come into my hideout and use my shooting range, or in the future when I get the
bum
gym
'em.
built, you can do
Be
that
bums,
as well.
boys.
All right, so that is the full PP19 build. We're just going to go ahead and move this out of the way, and we're going to move on to the next one. Now, this one is a personal
we're
favorite,
loading
but
in.
I
Thank
love using
goodness.
this in the early wipe. This is going to be done at Traders Level 2.
This video is
It's
kind of
gonna
mid.
be the
Glad he's making it, but
94, and we're going to go ahead and pick that up from proper level 2. All you're really going to need is the VSK 94, and then we're going to go over to skier level 2, and we are going to pick up the Zenit B13 Classica dovetail rail platform. Now there's this one, and then there's this one. I like this one because it sits a little bit lower on the gun, which is nice. So we're going to pick that up, and then all you have to do from there is slap this on and then put on your optic of choice. Again, for me, it's going to be the Burris Fast Fire. We throw that on, and we are...
alright. Let's see if I can't get fucking ganged up on, team. Fucking gang. Dude, it's 3 a.m. Holy shit. Where the fuck did my time go? So I'm not gonna find jack shit, boys. It's gonna be fucking dead ass empty. Hey. Sound like shooting in construction, maybe? Oh, I love that. Pretty close. We're gonna head that way. Nice helmet. Yeah, I thought I about died. I thought I was literally gonna die right there. Oh, hey. That kind of spooked me, dude. is so late yet so early. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday, dude. Blown right through Saturday. Tired as hell, dude. I'll probably run like one more PMC raid and head off for the night. I want to do the damn Christmas event, but I'm definitely gonna head down towards construction. I think there's some funny business afoot. Let's go get him, brother. Hell yeah. We got a fucking band of brothers together. I'm lagging so bad. Oh, I don't have a grenade, dude.
My buddy died. He said he was in the little shack.
He's on the right, like right in the corner back there. This is, of course, the one time I don't have a nade. You should cry.
Let's give up.
The fucking shit. He tanked some like shots from the back. I was giving him the back shots. Tanks that. Kills all of us. What? I mean, I had a terrible gun, but dude, what? 3 hit count, yeah. Look at that. Absorbed by armor. Jeez, dude. Well, that's one more scav gun I don't have to play. Whew. I hate that gun. I hate that Stim 9 so much, dude. Let's do one more customs raid. I really need to try to get them scav kills off at the old gas and new gas. We'll be done. Do I bring a backpack? I bring a chest rig. I think I'm gonna buy my kit this time. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Good enough to carry some loot. Oh my goodness, I can sell back most of this, dude. Keep the helmet. You may as well keep the helmet back. If I die right here, I'll be fucking buying it again, so. I would run a 5.56, but just like I have plenty of ammo, but I have plenty of ammo for when I have the ammo unlocked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I should be using that right now. Dude, I don't have that great of ammo for this. You know what? We're gonna do it again. I like that gun. I just definitely ran it completely dry that game. I needed more bullets. It's literally the only thing I can do to it. This is what I enjoy about the thing. And I'm done modding it, you know what I mean? Okay. And I've learned my lesson, dude. I'm not gonna do it again. Not gonna die like that again, Bobby. Grab 3 S marches. 2 bandages. Alright, boys. In we go. I'm gonna use the restroom while we're loading in. I'm gonna put on a video. That's a good question. I think the AA-12 was added. The AA-12 was added during the zombie event, so like Halloween.
Builds all from level 1 and 2 traders that I'm going to be showing you. These builds are
I better not. Let's see what Jesse had to say about this wipe.
Do you really? First up, we've got
Patch point 16 is finally here, and it came with an escape.
And if you look at the patch notes, it looks like there is a lot crammed into this wipe. I know a lot of people are wondering how the wipe feels, and a lot of people have taken breaks from Tarkov and are wondering if it's worth
Zombie event was kind of
I wanted
cool.
to take a
I
day
did
to
like
actually
it.
play the wipe, so I'm not just reading through the patch notes. I wanted to get a feel for how the wipe actually
Be right
feels,
back.
so I can break everything down. So let's dive right in. So before we talk about what's actually new with the patch, I do want to take a quick second and talk about performance. Obviously, it's nothing new that the most performance hiccups are going to be at the very beginning of a wipe, but I wanted to kind of go through how it actually feels. Right off the rip, they had a little bit of a struggle. They had to kind of soft re-wipe the game initially because when we all got into the game, there were a bunch of flea market listings from the previous wipes still listed, so a bunch of people were buying stuff that they shouldn't have. So that kind of caused a little bit of a rollback, but that seems to be kind of behind us already. However, there have been a bunch of reported kind of big bugs, a 99% bug where people are stuck on loading into a map at 99% and then their game crashes. I've seen clips of some crazy audio bugs. Pestily posted one where it sounded like a dog was barking at him.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go loot him, but he didn't know that. I might have.
And then it got. There's more than one. Oh shit! The fuck is that noise?
There have definitely been some weird bugs with the reverb as well. I've heard reports that the silent crouch walking is back, and the FPS drops and the lag and rubber banding have been pretty bad. Now, unfortunately, the hard FPS drops have been something that plagued all of last wipe as well. It seems like that has continued on, but the packet loss and the rubber banding seems to be worse. Now, not everybody is experiencing all of these things. My personal playthrough has been actually relatively bug-free, but a lot of people in chat were pretty much bricked out of playing the game because they would just get stuck on that 99% bug and they couldn't progress. So as with all wipes, your mileage may vary, but I do want to kind of toss out some of those bugs. It is also worth noting that BSG just tweeted today, basically a full list of things that they're aware of and are working on, and patches will come out for these, like the 99% bug and a lot of these other bugs in the next day or so. So I guess it's good that they're working on it so quickly, but unfortunate that these early wipes are always a bit of a struggle. Moving on to what's actually new in the patch. Like I said earlier, there's a lot in the patch notes. If you just scroll through them, they seem really long. However, like most of the time, you can kind of break these up into like minor things, quality of life things, or small things that don't affect gameplay too much, and the bigger things. And I don't think that there are too many huge changes coming this wipe, but there are a few, and I do think these might actually have some pretty significant impacts on the game. Let's start with the big stuff first, and we have to talk about the economy. There were two big changes that happened with this patch concerning the economy. One is that the flea market will not be open for 2 weeks after yesterday. So 2 weeks from yesterday, when the wipe hit, nobody will be able to access the flea market, no matter what level you are, for 2 weeks. So this is obviously trying to slow down that early wipe and try to prevent a few people from getting access to the flea market early and then snowballing it. Secondly, the hideout. Everything you need to upgrade the modules in your hideout now requires found in raid items. So if you die with them, they're no longer found in raid, you can't use it, you can't shove it in your secure container and not worry about it anymore, and you cannot buy those items off the flea market. I could probably talk for like 30 minutes about Tarkov's economy and these two things in general, but I'm not here to tell you how to feel about the economy or those things. I will say my initial reaction for the flea market thing was, I don't really care. It was like, okay, cool, let's see. Last wipe we tried the no found in raid flea. Now we're trying 2 weeks. Like, I kind of don't mind that they're just pushing stuff around to see how it works. So whatever. The hideout stuff, personally, my gut reaction was that I hate this. We were talking a lot about it in chat yesterday, and it's kind of, there's two sides to the coin. On one side, a lot of people were saying, this is going to help you value your life a lot more, right? There are going to be more things that you find that you want to keep. You might play slower, you might play smarter, and I totally understand that and actually agree with that. The flip side of that coin is now there's a bunch more things that when I find, I want to leave the raid as fast as possible, and I want to play Tarkov because I want to be inside of raids, not wanting to get out of raids as fast as possible. I spawn in, I find bolts. I died with the last bolt I needed 100 times. Now I really just want to get out with this one bolt. So it really is kind of pros and cons, and we're going to have to wait and see how this fleshes out through the rest of the wipe to really kind of weigh out what those pros and cons are. I understand what they are trying to do. I understand that they are trying to stop people from just barreling through and making billions of rubles. They're trying to stretch out the progression. They're trying to, once again, have more things that force you into like playing smarter and valuing your life. I just don't know if this is the right way to do it, and I don't know what the right way to do it would be. Once again, this isn't me trying to push my specific opinion. The economy in Tarkov is so messed up and so tangled into so many things that fixing it, quote unquote, I don't even know what to do anymore. So totally up to you to determine if these things are exciting or not. I've heard this is going to hurt the casuals. I've heard it's going to help the casuals. I've heard the Chads are going to hate it. I've heard the Chads are going to love it. At the end of the day, how do you feel about it? Let me know down in the comments below. But that's definitely one of the biggest things happening this wipe. And because nobody's really level 15 on day 2 of the wipe, we have to kind of wait and see how this marinates and plays out through the rest of the wipe. The next big thing worth talking about is the audio. So they upgraded the Oculus audio. In the patch notes, it says Meta Audio. Meta owns Oculus, so they didn't change audio engines again. I think they're just changing the name from Oculus to Meta. Anyways, newer version of the Oculus audio engine.
This is heavy. It's warm. Loads of pockets. I'm impressed with it. This is the bearskin.
Bearskin
Tactical hoodie.
Thousands of men around the world already love wearing the bearskin hoodie instead of their regular hoodies. Why? Because
and they've added quite a few things.
So hopefully we can go straight to new gas, get just a few scav kills, 2, I think, 3, and then move to old gas, get 10 more. But if we do that, it'll put me right underneath getting Peacekeeper level 3. And I have a bunch of quests I can roll into level 23 to get Peacekeeper level 23. That was a mouthful. I get this done this run. There we go. Forgot about this quest, to be honest with you. Another car, not another car. Behind here, not behind here. Behind here, here it is. Propane for your struggles. Next one. No gifts. That's super nice. Not the same? The hell?